The old chaotic manipulative Sam is still very much there, just evolved, explains Kim Metcalf. On the brand new side we've been seeing of her alter ego, Sam Mitchell in EastEnders. It's true. The Sam Mitchell of 2026 presents an incredibly different facet of the character we've loved to love and hate in equal measures. The cancer diagnosis was a huge wake-up call, Kim mused on the changes in Sam. When Sam first came back, she had her head in the sand, wanting to do right by Ricky, but avoiding the reality of what might be wrong with her. It's only through the support of those around her that she finds the strength to face it, which grounds her. How has Kim felt about playing her? I've loved playing this more nuanced side of Sam. It feels authentic for a woman her age who's been through so much and has finally realized what means the most to her. Sam's not the only Mitchell that's found their way back to Walford either. It's brother Grant Ross Kemp, too, thus reuniting the triumvirate of Mitchell siblings alongside Phil Steve McFadden. It's been incredibly special and very nostalgic, especially because the three Mitchell siblings are so rarely together, Kim said. There is a real familiarity and natural chemistry between us which we've all felt while filming. The writers have given us some lovely domestic moments, and I've really enjoyed those because they show the true fabric of the Mitchells beyond the usual chaos. Kim went on to compare her relationship with her real-life siblings to that of Sam, Phil and Grant. For me personally, it felt very comfortable. I have two older brothers in real life, and while they're nothing like Phil and Grant, that sibling dynamic comes very naturally. Sam genuinely loves having them together too, and it really feeds into where she's at in her life right now. You see the bickering that comes with a shared history, but underneath it all there's unconditional love and loyalty. Sam and Phil may have had their issues, but they're in a good place now, and with everything going on, Sam really steps up, becoming that voice of reason and filling a matriarchal role the family's been missing. The matriarchal role certainly has been missed since the tragic loss of the Queen of the Mitchells, Peggy Mitchell, Barbara Windsor, the linchpin that held the clan together no matter what. They lost their common link when Peggy died, Kim admitted, noting the impact that Peggy's passing had on the siblings. Grant was in Portugal, Sam in Spain, Phil in Walford. They all drifted into their own worlds, which can happen in real families after you lose a parent. Sadly, it's taken Nigel's dementia and his passing to reunite them, something Nigel would have absolutely loved. This week, Sam is urged to take a leaf out of Peggy's book, and that really lands with her. She becomes the glue, rallying them together when they could easily have been pulled apart by their own grief. It's not only her on-screen brothers that Kim is happy to see Sam reunite with, she's also a big fan of Sam and Billy Mitchell's Perry Fenwick bond. I also really love Sam's relationship with Billy, she began. They've often bonded over being the underdogs, and back in 2004, when Peggy and Phil weren't in Walford, they were a real team. He was pretty much all she had. He's very much part of that family unit. The first time Sam Mitchell walked back into Albert Square, people expected chaos. They expected arguments, manipulation, and the same reckless woman who once burned bridges faster than she could repair them. But this time felt different. There was still fire in her eyes, still that unmistakable Mitchell attitude, but underneath it all was something fans hadn't seen before: exhaustion, regret, and a desperate need to finally become someone better. And according to EastEnders favorite Kim Metcalf, that change didn't happen overnight. Speaking about Sam's dramatic transformation, Kim explained that years of heartbreak, betrayal, and loneliness have slowly reshaped the once wild Mitchell sister into a woman trying to survive rather than dominate. For fans who remember Sam's explosive feuds, disastrous romances, and endless scheming, the difference has been impossible to ignore. Sam used to think survival meant fighting everyone, Kim revealed during a recent interview. Now she's realizing survival might actually mean letting people in. That single sentence perfectly captures why Sam feels so different now. Back in her earlier years by insecurity hidden behind confidence. She constantly tried to prove herself worthy of the Mitchell name. Living in the shadow of hard men like Phil and Grant Mitchell made her feel weak, and Sam responded the only way she knew how, by becoming unpredictable. One minute she was vulnerable, the next she was causing devastation across Walford. But age and experience have changed her. When Sam returned recently, viewers saw flashes of the old troublemaker. Yet there was a sadness underneath every sharp comment. She still flirted with danger, still made mistakes, but she no longer seemed proud of the damage she caused. Instead, she appeared trapped by her own history. Kim Metcalf believes motherhood played a massive role in that shift. Sam's complicated relationship with her son Ricky became one of the emotional anchors of her return storyline. For perhaps the first time in her life, Sam was forced to confront the consequences of always running away. She could no longer hide behind excuses or blame the Mitchell family for everything that went wrong. She's starting to understand that people got hurt because of her choices, Kim explained. That's painful for Sam because deep down she loves fiercely. That emotional conflict made viewers sympathize with Sam in ways they hadn't before. Rather than simply creating drama, she became a tragic figure, someone desperate to reconnect with family while constantly sabotaging herself through fear and impulsiveness. Fans especially noticed the softer moments between Sam and Phil Mitchell. For decades, their relationship has been built on shouting matches, betrayals, and emotional distance. Yet recent scenes revealed a quieter bond between them, almost as if both siblings finally recognized how damaged they really were. Sam's vulnerability shocked many viewers. In one particularly emotional moment, she admitted feeling like the failure of the family. It was a heartbreaking confession from a character who once acted untouchable. Suddenly, the glamorous Mitchell wildcard seemed painfully human. Kim Metcalf said those scenes were some of her favorites to perform because they allowed Sam to drop the mask she had worn for years. Sam has spent so much time pretending she's okay, Kim said. But underneath all the drama is someone terrified of being abandoned. That fear explains many of Sam's worst decisions. Whenever relationships became too real, Sam lashed out or fled before someone else could hurt her first. It became a destructive cycle repeated throughout her life. But now, older and emotionally bruised, she seems more aware of her flaws than ever before. Of course, this is still EastEnders, and nobody changes completely overnight. Sam continues making messy choices, diving into risky situations and clashing with those closest to her. But fans have noticed that her actions now come with guilt and reflection rather than arrogance. She no longer appears to enjoy the chaos she creates. That evolution has helped reconnect viewers with the character. Social media exploded with praise for Kim Metcalf's more layered portrayal of Sam, with many fans admitting they finally understand her after years of frustration. Some even called it the strongest version of Sam Mitchell ever shown on screen. Part of that success comes from Kim herself. The actress has always understood that Sam isn't simply a villain or troublemaker. She's a woman shaped by trauma, rejection, and years of feeling second best within one of Walford's most intimidating families. By leaning into Sam's emotional scars rather than just her dramatic outbursts, Kim has transformed the character into someone far more compelling. And there may be even more heartbreak ahead. EastEnders bosses have hinted that Sam's future could involve devastating family conflict and painful emotional revelations. With the Mitchell family constantly under pressure, Sam's struggle for redemption may become even harder in the months ahead. But Kim Metcalf believes that's exactly what makes Sam so fascinating. She's flawed, emotional, impulsive, and sometimes self-destructive, Kim explained. But she's also trying. And I think people relate to that. That honesty may be why audiences have embraced Sam's new direction so strongly. Beneath the glamour, sharp tongue, and Mitchell swagger is someone fighting to become better while haunted by who she used to be. For years, Sam Mitchell was seen as the family screw-up, the sister who always messed things up and ran away from the consequences. Now she's becoming something far more interesting, a woman trying to rebuild herself after a lifetime of mistakes. And in Albert Square, that might be the hardest battle of all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to EastEnders Spoilers Official.